It's time for another adventure to the mountains. And it looks like I'm going to be doing it solo once again.
So 2 solo runs in a row. The plan was to hit up Marble Mountain first. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be taking the backdoor up to Limestone, because I'm told that's kind of like the Alberta version of Whipsaw. Very challenging, very technical trail. Not sure if I want to do that one solo. But we'll see. Might be a hell of an adventure.
Last fall, at pretty much the very same time, I did a run up to Limestone Mountain. While very scenic, it wasn't very challenging at all. But at the end of the day, that's what our group was going for. A nice scenic run that didn't tear up the rigs. For me, this run was a tad boring, but the view more than made up for it. It's back to Limestone once again. This time around, I'm taking the path less traveled. Way less traveled. They say that 1% of Jeep owners actually take them off-road. Based on the turnout from my club, I might be able to say that 1% of the 1% will actually take their rig onto a mountain trail like this one. Film really can't do this view justice. Standing at the base of today's run, I have to be honest, I felt a bit intimidated myself. But after the week my family had had, this trip is exactly what we needed. Now, as you may or may not know, my wife hates off-roading. She's really quite terrified of it all. But she actually asked to come along on this trip. You see, we suffered a tragedy earlier this week. My wife and I lost our beloved German Shepherd, Logan. The loss hit my wife especially hard. This trip was a much-needed break from the sadness that we were all feeling.
Because my puppy died and I don't want to be at home. And then Cory's like, I don't know if we should come on this one particular. I'm like, no, I don't want to be at home. And then I saw this.
My wife and I, we have a great relationship. She's my best friend in the world. But there are times when I just really don't understand her logic. The last time I took her up a hill, it was a tiny little bunny hill on the Horse Thief Trail in BC. It didn't go well at all.
Oh, shut up, Cory. Don't do this. Why don't you love me? I looked at the valley and I'm like, oh, that's bad. I didn't believe him that we're actually going down there, but then I didn't realize that there's like up the mountain. So that's going to be interesting. You're sure we're not going to die?
Yep, pretty sure. Her plan for today was to replace sorrow with unadulterated fear and a sense of certain death. I'm confused by it all and am understandably nervous about today's trek up the side of a mountain. The run starts off with a short but steep descent. I took it slow to start out with, just to get her used to the steep angles we'll be encountering today. So far so good, but this was the easy part, as we were finished descending for now. We would soon start the long climb up to the summit. When you're at the base and you look up Marble Mountain, it definitely looks intimidating. fact, the route to the top looks more like an off-season ski resort's Black Diamond Run than an off-road trail. The climb up was a steady one, but it was generally quite easy. That being said, we weren't even a quarter way up the hill, and in my experience, as the elevation increases in the mountains, usually the level of difficulty follows suit. To make things just a bit easier on my wife, we took a cutoff, which took a less direct, more scenic route to the cell tower. As we neared the tower, the trail got, well, a lot more fun. It transitioned to something more like a riverbed, and the angle increased to just a hair over 25 degrees. Yes, it was steep, but I wouldn't call this section challenging at all. We made it to the cell tower, which is just past the halfway point to the summit of Marble Mountain. I couldn't help but have a sense of accomplishment in making it to this point. It was an absolutely amazing climb, and the view was the reward. Much to my surprise, my wife seemed to be enjoying the run so far. I actually had the sense that she finally understands why I do this, and that I'm not just batshit crazy.
It's quite beautiful. It definitely the anxiety helped my grieving. It's awesome.
Now you understand why I do this?
Yeah, I understand. Also, I'm really hungry right now.
We can have a snack.
Well, I came on this trip, to be honest, that I was convinced I'm going to find a puppy on the road and I'm going to take it home and I'm not going to tell Cory. I'm just going to just take him and then be like, surprise. But this is better for now.
As beautiful as this spot was, and as strong the sense of accomplishment was, we still have a lot of trail ahead of us before we would reach the summit. The climb until now was quite steep, but as we left the cell tower, the trail stepped up the difficulty by adding another 10 degrees to the already steep slope. The loose rocks made it a bit harder to find a line with grip. A few minutes ago, my wife was actually conceding that I wasn't nuts, but when she saw the next obstacle, her opinion quickly reverted to previous thinking that I am in fact quite insane. The obstacle in question was a staircase, and at an angle of 40 degrees, it was not for the novice off-roader. Because I was solo and really had no spotter or anyone to follow, I had to plan my route from the driver's seat.
Can you go that way? Go down? There's no way you can make it. There's like steps.
As Barney Stinson would say, challenge accepted. I saw a line on the far side that had the smallest steps and would allow us to hit the stairs head on instead of at an angle. This should make the climb a bit easier on my passenger, The only catch was, this line had a lot of loose rocks. Would there be enough grip? We got over the first step just fine, but when we got to the second step, the loose rocks gave way and acted like marbles under my rear tires. The angle had limited the amount of weight on the front end of Ruby, and she couldn't pull herself up. Even with the diffs locked, there just wasn't any grip.
Cory.
At this point, my wife exited the vehicle, and I gave it another shot. When you're wheeling, especially when it's a solo run, you have to know the limits not only of your equipment, but of your passenger as well. And while my limits had not been reached, my passenger was beyond hers.
So we kind of have had to change our plans just a little bit. We're heading back the way we came. It's been a really fun adventure. Those staircases were definitely a challenge. I didn't really want to push it too hard, given that this is a solo trip. But now, like I said, we're heading back the way we came, and we're going to take the medium difficulty or the slightly not so boring route to Limestone.
This, unfortunately, would be as far up Marble Mountain as we would get. Being forced to abandon an obstacle never sits well with me. But, not to beat a dead horse, this was still a solo run, and I didn't have a spotter. So I really didn't want to push my wife over the edge. Again. Our day was far from over, though. We still needed to find our way to Limestone Mountain. And we had a couple of options here. There's an amazing connector between Marble and Limestone, but we really didn't have the time for that route. It's also a very challenging trail. I think it's pretty safe to say that I've put my wife through more than enough trauma for today. However, I didn't want to take the boring FTR route either. We found a compromise, a wonderful little trail that appeared to follow a utility corridor. According to my map, this would eventually link up to the FTR. Things were going very smooth, but the ground started to get quite moist. I started to have a really bad feeling about this run. Soon the grassy trail transitioned into my least favorite thing in the world, muskeg. Running through my mind were the flashbacks from last year's trip, when our little group encountered a field of muskeg. 'Tis a vile thing, pure evil in nature, and it has consumed many a Jeep.
So I guess we've had a few misadventures today, huh?
Yes.
A staircase.
Oh my gosh.
And then we found an alternate route that was following a utility corridor by the look of it. And it was fun, you know, had some cool challenges. We got to do water crossings, pretty neat.
2 times.
We got to do it twice, yeah. But then we ran into what looked like some muskeg. If I was with the group, or there was big enough trees close to the muskeg where I could anchor against, probably would have gone for it. But, you know, because again, solo trip, didn't want to risk it. So we ended up turning around and just kind of taking the Limestone Forestry Service Road up to the mountain, and that's where we're headed now, which is gonna kind of close out our day and this adventure with my willing participant, the best wife ever.
I refer to this route as boring, but I think that's being too harsh, as it does offer lots of amazing scenery.
Smells like home.
Scenery that actually reminded my wife of Romania and her tiny hometown of Kampalung Oompa Loompa?
No, it's Câmpulung Moldovenesc.
Whose film is this anyways?
Mine, I'm in it.
Okay. Have it your way. The logging activities here seem to be quite steady. More trees have been down since last year. In a way it's sad, but at the same time, there's nothing more beautiful than a new growth forest. Unlike the climb up Marble, the Limestone Mountain trail was mild in comparison. But this was a welcome change for my wife. I'm so proud of how well she's done on this trip, and I'm so happy I could share this adventure with her. But I think a bit of trail fatigue was starting to set in. It was, after all, quite a long day for her, with more than a few challenges. Even though the route was simple and really didn't require four-wheel drive at all, the views here never get old. As often as I have come up here, each time I see this view, it feels like it's for the first time. Still, my heart longs to finish this trail. It's hard to describe how fractured my soul actually feels when I see what lies beyond this locked gate. Everything in me wants to continue onwards to the summit lookout. I just hope that I'll find my way there, somehow, someday. For now, we will enjoy what we can, and it is absolutely spectacular. Adventures rarely go as planned. This one was no exception. While I was a bit disappointed we didn't make it to the summit of Marble Mountain, I was very proud of my wife for making it as far as she did, on a trail that is far from easy. Our little solo adventure had a little bit of everything, even a recovery in the most unlikely of places. Even though I was initially intimidated by the climb up Marble, it really comes down to this: a trail is only as hard as you make it. I'm going to keep exploring and seeing what kind of adventure will seek me out, and I encourage each of you to do the same.